All of us can make a difference for animals in our everyday lives, whether it's by adopting a pet, choosing products not tested on animals, eating a humane diet, or engaging your community in animal protection issues. With so many widespread problems facing animals, it takes all of our collective efforts to confront these cruelties and change things for the better. Here is a very unique story about a guy who had to act fast when he came across a dead mother duck in the middle of the road. Redditor named PowerBook Guy recently told his story about what happened and captured hearts around the nation with his loving actions. What he found was quite a surprise, but what he did about it was absolutely heart-melting. This is a story about 7 tiny ducklings who were left orphaned on a busy road. One guy took it upon himself to bring them home. After researching how to raise them online, the selfless rescuer became the greatest surrogate mom they could have wished for. It all began when a Reddit user going by the name of PowerBook Guy came across a dead duck while he was out driving in his car one day. As her body lay there lifeless, her orphaned ducklings scurried around her on the busy road in a desperate bid to wake her up. It appeared the mother duck had been run over by a car, so, unable to live with himself if her tiny babies met the same fate, PowerBook Guy did a U-turn in order to shoo them off the road and away from danger. Then, with their feathers slightly ruffled by all the commotion, the ducklings gathered by a closed garage door where they huddled together tightly for warmth. Unable to leave them, PowerBook Guy placed them in a cardboard box and told his wife he was bringing 7 little ducklings home. By the time the entourage got back to the house, PowerBook Guy's wife and children had already prepared a temporary home for their new lodgers. They placed a towel at the bottom of a plastic bin and helped the baby ducks get settled into their new abode. However, the family soon discovered that ducklings can jump pretty high, so to keep their new brood from escaping, they placed tennis rackets over the top of the bin. In the meantime, the duck squad got to work building a state-of-the-art heated duck hotel. PowerBook Guy then laid out some food and water for the ducklings, who quickly made themselves at home. After that, the OP crossed his fingers in the hope that the ducks would survive the night. Thankfully, though, the quacking guests were quite comfortable, and when everyone awoke the following day, it was time for the birds to find a more permanent home. Using the internet, the family found a local wildlife rehab organization that agreed to take the ducklings in until they could be released back into the wild. All that was left to do was to hand the little fluff balls over. But of course, not until they were all given names. The family christened the ducks Buddy, Ducky Momo, Scrooge McDuck, Sarah, Flower, Fluffy, and Grapes. Then everyone jumped into the family van to take the ducks on to their next adventure. Although the journey took only 20 minutes, PowerBook Guy admitted it was a tough drive. I have to say, there were a lot of tears among my girls on the trip. No one wanted to say goodbye, he wrote on Reddit. But we agreed it was better to have been able to help the ducks and then say goodbye than to have never met them in the first place. So, after helping to drop off the 7 babies at the wildlife rehab, PowerBook Guy's 8-year-old daughter declared her eagerness to work with animals in the future. And in light of the events, the OP encouraged others to help animals as well. I'd say helping baby ducks is a lot like helping people, he wrote. They don't come with manuals. They may run away when you try to help them, and they'll probably cost you time and money. But you don't have to do everything right. Just do something. It's great that this guy devoted so much time to helping these babies who had just lost their mother. I can't imagine the fear that was running through them at that moment. They soon realized that he was there to help. What a sweet story, and how fun for his family to be able to participate in such a momentous occasion. This story shows that by taking a little time and effort, we can really make a difference in our fellow animals' lives.